start with a fresh install of Drupal 7 and a list of the 3 items that you will need to download. This is the CKEditor module, the CKEditor software itself, and the CKFinder software. And it's this CKFinder software that will enable users to upload images and files to your website. We'll have a quick look at the location of the CKEditor module, and that's the Drupal.org website. You'll scroll down to the bottom and look in the downloads, and we're version 7 now of Drupal, and you'll need to download the tar.gz file, sometimes referred to as the tarball file. I've already done that, so we'll come back to that a little bit later. The other 2 things that you'll need to download is the CKEditor software itself, and that's the zip version there, and also CKFinder is the zip version of that as well. So we'll return to our website and we need to install the modules, or the new module. So we go to the module section, and what we'll do here is click on the install new module link, and we'll browse to where we downloaded our module. Excellent feature, excellent new feature of Drupal 7 that is, and that's where we installed it or downloaded it. CKEditor, as you can see, it's so easy now to install a theme or a module. Just browse to it, click it and press the install button. Can't get much simpler than that. That'll go away and it prepared to install. It won't take too long, told you. And there you click on the enable newly added modules link, and that will take you to the module section, and we'll click on the core to reduce that. And what we're doing now, we'll tick the enable box alongside CKEditor and press the save configuration button. Okay, that's all done. Next step is to copy over the software, that's the CKEditor and the CKFinder software, into our Drupal website. Now I use Dreamweaver, but whatever text editor takes your fancy. The name of my test site at the moment is called Test Sites, and within that you have this directory folder called Sites. In there is all, within that is modules. As you can see, you've got the CKEditor module already in there. That was what we installed just now. If you click into that, you'll see there's another folder called CKEditor, and if you look into that, it says copy here .txt. We'll open that up, but basically what that's saying is all the folders and files from the CKEditor software that we downloaded needs to be placed here. Now you could do this in whatever way takes your fancy. We'll do the old-fashioned way of copying and pasting. Now here is my test site, and within that we'll repeat ourselves. We're going to Sites, we're going to All, we're going to Modules, we're going to CKEditor, and we're going to CKEditor again, and that's that copy here text file. And this is what we downloaded from the website, the CKEditor website. We'll expand the folder there, and we'll copy all these files into the CKEditor. Okay, that's already done, so all those files have been copied over. We'll go back one step now. So here we are in this CKEditor module folder, and we'll see we've got CKEditor software in there. What we need to do is bring in the CKFinder software at the same level as this CKEditor software. So going back to where we downloaded our CKFinder, this time we won't expand the folder, we'll simply highlight it, right click, do a copy, come over to the left side and do a paste. Okay, so that's done. Next step is now to configure a couple of files. What we do, return to Dreamweaver and we'll give that a refresh. So what you see here now is that this is the CKEditor module, and within there you see the CKEditor software and now the CKFinder software. So that's all in place. While we're in the CKFinder, what we'll do, we'll open that up and we go to a config file here, and we'll need to amend a few lines here. So these lines here that contain the function check authentication, we'll need to either delete those lines, or as I sometimes do or prefer to do, is just comment them out. The next thing we'll need to do is copy over a line of text. Over here I've just reduced that, and what we'll do, we're going to the CKEditor module, and that will contain a readme.txt file, and we need to hunt down for a particular line there. It's quite a way down, it's line around about to line 242, and it's this require once line here. So we'll copy that, and what we need to do is we need to paste that into the CKEditor config file, and it's about line 63 where it's base URL, and we'll simply paste it in there, and we'll save that file. Next step is to go into the default folder here, and within that there's a file called settings, and we'll open that up, and we'll scroll down to around about line 305. Okay, and there's this line here. We'll highlight that part there because we need to copy that and paste that there, and just change that to localhost. Okay, because we're on our local machine. If it was our own website, we can do a couple, and that is we could do .example.com, which sometimes works for people. We could www.example.com, or if your Drupal is contained within a subfolder, you'll do it along those lines. If that doesn't work, possibly just remove the www. One of those will work. I haven't actually done it on my my live website, so I'm not quite sure if it works, but that's what I've been led to believe. Anyway, we digress. We're on the local host machine, so that's the settings, and we'll save that. Next we'll need to add 3 new folders, and we'll add them to within the CKEditor module, and within that the CKFinder software. In there is a folder called user files, and these where the 3 new folders will actually go, and they will be called images, files, and flash. Okay, without those it won't work. Next we need to set some permissions for the usage. You'll need to go into the people section, and within that is a tab called permissions, and here you'll see the CKEditor area, and because this is a fresh install, is only administrator there, but we do need to give ourselves the CKFinder access, so we'll tick that box and do the all important save at the bottom. Okay, that's done. So next we will need to configure CKEditor, so click on the configuration link there. That will take you into this area. There's an area called Content Authoring and CKEditor, so click on that, and what you see here are 2 profiles, advanced and full, and 2 input formats, filtered, HTML and full. Now administrator defaults to full, and as we are the only person on this site at the moment and we are administrator, we'll amend this one just for now. So we'll click on the edit link there, and we'll go down to the file browser settings link. Here you see the file browser type, and we'll select CKFinder, and for these other 2 sections here, the same as in the link dialog above, so we'll keep those as defaults, otherwise you can just select CKFinder. So we'll accept the defaults, and while you're here you may as well go into the advanced settings here, and there's the spell checker, which I like to click on, It's the skate, or the skatey, I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that, and it's a spell check as you type, which is very similar to Word, where if it doesn't recognise a word from its dictionary, it will underline it. The default is US English and not English, so bear that in mind. So click on Save and Return. Okay, you're all just about done. The last thing I will actually suggest you do is, again, is to clear the caches. So you'll need to go into the configuration now, and there's this development performance area. Click on performance and you'll see this button over here where it clears all the caches. So give that a press. So that's fine, and now we're ready to add some content. See if all this has worked. Basic page will do for this example. Earlier on I mentioned that it's filtered or full. Because we're administrator, you'll have to go into the full. So straight away you can see that there's a nice WYSIWYG type set of icons at the top there, and for the title it's test 1, and this is a test, and importantly we'll see now if we can actually upload. So click on the image button there, you can see this browse server button, and here is the upload button, and you can just navigate to anywhere on your computer. So we'll click on browse, and we'll go to the desktop, and I've already done one that they had as a parliament, so select that and send that to the server. And you can do a little piece of editing here. The height for this is 190. We'll just change it to say 120. Sorry about the preceding 0 there, not required. And you can put a border around it of like 2 pixels. You can unlock the ratio if you wish, and there you can reset the size if you want to. So we're happy with that, so we'll OK that. There you can see the image is there straight away, and if you want to move that down one, you could just put your cursor between the T and the picture and press enter, and we can now save this. But we'll press publishing options because we'll put this to the front page, so we'll select that and we'll save. Okay, so it returns you to this. We click on our home link button now, and there you see it. So this is our home page, test 1, this is a test, and there's the image that we downloaded. So to summarize, you'll download the CKEditor module and the CKEditor and CKFinder software. You install the CKEditor module, you copy over the CKEditor CKFinder software, and you configure the CKFinder config.php file and the default settings.php file. Okay, that completes the